We are live.
Yep. Let's have some audience in and then we will start.
Great. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today on the e-commerce Galaxy Weekly Roundup. And today we have Marcel from the IntelliRank. Thank you so much, Marcel, for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's good to be here. How is everyone? Hope everyone is having a
Okay,
good
great.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we would like to know a little about you. Like, how did you started your journey in e-commerce, and how did you get into this influencer game, actually?
Okay. So I've been in the e-commerce business for a long time. I don't remember when, but I came in contact with Amazon in 2017, and I loved the business model. Unfortunately for me, when I started, let's say I had a little bad luck. I did a poor product research and ended up in a very competitive niche, which led to a lot of financial losses on my side. But that didn't stop me. That encouraged me. I loved the business model. I loved everything related to this business. So I learned from my mistakes. I studied more, and what I'm about to explain today actually came from a crisis situation. The actual micro influencers program came as a crisis solution to a problem that I've had in the past with my business, and we've been developing and growing it ever since. And we find it to be a very good addition to any e-commerce business, especially with Amazon, because it's like a complementary plan, and people tend to neglect the social media and the power it has over everyone. Considering also the pandemic we've had within the last year, everyone was staying inside, and they were either looking at movies, series, or stuff like that, or being on social media. And that's where everyone wants to be, where the customers are, where people are hanging out. Yeah, the bars were closed, so we had to stay online. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is about my journey. So yeah, we've learned a lot during this year. We are also Amazon sellers. So first of all, we try things on our brands. We make sure that they're good, and then we encourage people to test them out, and also we spread the word. This is our way of giving back to the world. Yeah.
Okay, great. That is great. So, regarding the today's topic, micro influencers program. So, how do you define this, and how micro influencers can help us in our Amazon business? And what are the key things we need to see when we are hunting micro influencers?
hmm Well, the micro influencer program, and we've made it specifically for Instagram. Why Instagram and not TikTok, or I don't know, the newcomer Clubhouse? Because with Instagram is very easy to get in contact with people. For example, on TikTok, you need to make a bidirectional connection in order to be able to direct message someone. So it's a little bit hard to get in contact with people, but on Instagram, we love Instagram. We encourage people to be present on Instagram. That doesn't mean that it's the only social media channel. You can apply this strategy on any channel. Um, the idea behind Instagram is that it exploded. It has 1 billion, and that's billion with a B, active monthly users, which is a huge audience. And on Instagram, if you know how to do it, you can reach out your exact end customer. So it's very important, first of all, to make yourself present on Instagram, to create an account, to start your journey there, and then start posting every day, building your account, having some posts, building some background, and afterwards you can reach out and try to find the micro influencers. Now, before going into that, we encourage everyone and we'd like to outline this, the fact that you need to focus on your actual Instagram account. Make sure you build a good bio to put in a link there. Make sure you have a strategy where you will want to send the people. Now, I want to say that this is a completely free do-it-yourself program. You can do it by yourself. You don't need anyone. You can, I don't know, hire a VA or hire someone to do it for you, to post on Instagram, to build your profile, and afterwards you can go and reach out to your micro influencers. And in order to do that, you have to do the hashtag research. With Instagram, it's very, very easy to find your niche, to find where your, let's say, customers are hiding. So everyone posts on Instagram and uses hashtags. It's the equivalent of keyword research that you're doing on Amazon. So considering you have an Amazon account, you have a listing there, you have a product listed. Let's assume it's a yoga mat, right? Let's take this one, for example. You're in the yoga industry and you're selling a yoga mat, right? So what you're trying to do is to go on Instagram and try to find the hashtags that are related to yoga mat, related to yoga, related to people practicing yoga, right? Yogis. So the idea behind it is to do the hashtag research, make a list of hashtags that you would like to dominate. And by dominate, what I mean is to be on the top posts there, to be very relevant and to reach out the top posts of each hashtag. And upon doing that, you also can get into those keywords, and that's where you find your micro influencers. Now, let's define what a micro influencer is. A micro influencer is someone with an audience, with a following of, let's say, 1,000 followers up to 100,000 followers. Of course, on the web, you can find different definitions, but this is what we have found that are very good numbers to play with. And yeah, you can get in contact with them. You can find them. And the most important part about micro influencers is the authenticity behind their account. We're all aware that now you can purchase followers, you can bring in like 1 million followers and can be, I don't know, forged accounts, bots, or whatever. But a good micro influencer will have an account with maybe a lesser audience, but people dedicated on that niche, on that, having the same, let's say, habits as the owner of the account. So people following other people, right? This is about it.
Mhm.
And it's a psychological factor. We are actually targeting here in Maslow's pyramid, we are targeting the actual need of belonging to a group. So this is very powerful. Everyone will follow people with common interests. If you like fishing, you will follow people that like fishing. If you like yoga, you'll follow people that like yoga, post about yoga, do yoga, everything related to that. So by building an audience, reaching out to them, you'll find an ocean there of people that are interested in your niche, your potential customers. The whole idea is to get in contact with them, offer them with a free product, and in return, ask them if they can feature your product with their audience, in front of their audience. This is very, very powerful. And the reason we are targeting micro influencers, another reason, rather than targeting, going to celebrities or, I don't know, macro influencers or people with more followers, is one very important factor. The fact that you are offering them only with a free product. People with a lot of followers are usually asking for money. Okay, you send them a product and you pay them, I don't know, $100, $500 just to post or feature you in their stories for 24 hours. So going after people with smaller audience, we're targeting quality over quantity. And this is a strategy that has worked very well for us. And if you are persistent enough, you will see the results in time. You will see people talking about your product. And for us, is really encouraging when we see people coming to us and saying, hey, I've seen that you have a tribe here. Let's call it tribe. And can I be part of the tribe to feature your products, to test your products, to be part of your, to be an ambassador for your brand? And this is priceless. This is priceless when people come to you, they have the same passion and they want to try your product and feature it in front of their audience, and to be, again, the belonging to a group. The psychological factor here is kicking in, and people are coming to you. But yeah, this is the story, let's put it like that, behind it. Now, what you need to do when you reach out and find your micro influencer, it's important to do a little bit of research. Just make sure that they're posting, look out throughout their posts there, make sure their posts are all related to this, to your niche, to your actual finding. Also, go a little deeper. Look at their engagement with each post. Look at what people are saying in the comments. It's very important to see the language, the amount of engagement. We're trying to find people with at least 5% engagement. So that's a very good factor to take into consideration, because again, people can forge results and forge comments and even engagement at a certain point. But if you spend like 2 minutes on a posting, you'll find it to be authentic or not. And authenticity is the most important factor that we're targeting here. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, great. That is great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is, so to speak, the big picture of the micro influencers program. The program itself, and we call it a program because we're also having it within our agency. So you can do it, once again, you can do it by yourself. You can go ahead and start your Instagram. You can build up your profile. You can contact micro influencers by offering them with a free product. You can do everything by yourself or hire someone to do it. But we're also here to help people. If they need the professional service, we can offer it to them. So that's part of our business. And also, we consider this strategy very important because you can link it to your normal Amazon strategy. We're also offering, for example, product testing campaigns to help rank on specific keywords. That's our core service. But mixing the strategies, mixing product testing with micro influencers, we have found it to be a very good mix, and it's working very, very good for us. But yeah, depends on everyone what they want to follow and which strategy to go with. Now, in terms of how to start the program, how to go ahead and build your audience. First of all, like I said, start from building your profile. Post regularly, post daily, keep your audience engaged, offer them with content related to your brand, to your niche, to your actual audience that they're interested in. And apart from that, try to target people, try to get in contact with people, talk to people, do it from person to person. Do not do it from business to person. People love it when you talk to them from the same, let's say, level. They don't like it when you're try to build relationships. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Try to build relationships with people, because once you have an audience, once you have a lot of micro influencers that are following you, that are testing your products, that are being a fan, an ambassador for your brand, you can make a database of them, right? Have them in an Excel that don't have to get complicated. And whenever you are launching new products, you will find it very, very easy to just get in contact with them and say, hey, I have this new product that we're launching. You want to try it? They will be, more than happy to test it, to promote it for you, to provide you with authentic photo and video content. This is very important. You will gain from them. We found with the brands that we're running, we found that creativity of people passionate about something is not comparable to the actual photography that a professional can take in a studio. It's nowhere there, because we found so much, I don't know, creativity out there, and the people are bringing content that we've never thought of, one product to be used in ways that we never thought of. And the sellers behind it, they were amazed because they never thought their product would be used for those things. And yeah, it's very, very powerful for your brand, for your business, to see that people are using your product, they are happy, they're giving you feedback, they are telling you that, okay, maybe you need to modify something there or improve it, or maybe bring in another program, another product complementary to yours. And yeah, it's going into a very big, it's developing into a very big brand awareness available for your brand. And it's so simple that people tend to neglect it, tend to not to go into it. I don't know, by a lot of people don't think that it's good for them. On our side, on our brands, we're currently launching products with the sole photos and videos that we get from micro influencers. We're just modifying a bit the photo, maybe putting in a text, and that's the core listing that we're using. That's the listing photography that we're using. Social proof is very important for your listing, for your Amazon brand, for anything, because people tend to purchase when they see ratings and reviews, when they see other people being happy and using the product that you're selling out there. People need to be able to see this part. It's very important to have it organized in such a way so that everyone sees that your product is the best one out there. And this happens in time. It will not happen overnight. It will need time to build up. You'll need time to build a name for yourself. It will happen maybe in 1 year, in 2 years. Nobody can tell. But be persistent. Start your journey. Build your brand. Invest in your brand. Find micro influencers. Find people to talk about your brand, to express themselves, to tell other people about it. And it's a psychological factor. When you see within your group, your social group, you see 1 or 2 people talking about the same product, something, here lights up, right? You get the idea that, hey, I might need that product too. And let's say you don't need it right now, but when the time comes, when you'll be able to, when you actually need that product, imagine that instead of purchasing from a random brand out there, psychologically, when you see this brand that other people have talked about, there's a pretty good chance that you will go ahead and purchase from that brand. Why? Because you've seen it before. It's familiar. And we go ahead and purchase something that's familiar, that we've documented about, that we know about, that we've seen other people use it, and we know that it's been proven, and it's as simple as that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, I have seen that people think this is too much complex. Building or maintaining a social media or Instagram account, you need to have a good designer. You need to have a fancy pose. So people confuse things here actually. So what I believe, this is not that complex. You just need to be consistent on what you are posting, and you just need to have a little deep research on what your audience wants actually. So I
Mhm.
believe this is what you have already explained, that there is no fancy stuff, just you need to do a proper research on everything.
Mhm. Exactly. Also, we have our book available on Amazon. So if I'm allowed to share it here, it's called Micro Influencers. If you look for it on
Yeah.
Amazon, yeah, okay. It's not, my camera is, anyway. You can find it on the Amazon store. This is an actual step-by-step explanation on what to do and how to talk to people, what to send them, how to consolidate your brand, how to build your profile, how to, everything that you need to know. So you can either do it by yourself, or you can buy a book. You can buy our book and see there the steps that you need to do. You can also hire someone to help you with that. It's entirely up to you how you run your business. And in the end, it's very important to focus on social proof, to focus on the social media, because that's a blue ocean out there. A lot of people are neglecting it and are losing a lot of potential customers. Um, I want to add one very important factor. On your website, within Instagram, be very careful where you send your traffic. I personally don't like to send my social media traffic directly to Amazon. Why? Because not all these people are engaged buyers. A lot of people are maybe curious to find out more about your product. That will bring in a lot of sessions on your listing, and if the session unit session percentage will be affected because you'll have a lot of session and maybe the number of sales will be too low. So try to teach your people about your product first. Personally, I prefer to send traffic from social media to my website, right? So you send them to a website, you can pixel them, you can provide them with more information, photos about the product. You can then either allow them to purchase from your website or redirect them to Amazon to place the purchase there. So I prefer it like this. It's my, let's say, personal way of doing things, but I do have the explanation behind it, and this is why I want to know who our customers are, to be able to retarget them, to send more offers their way. Because if they've opened, let's say, Instagram, our Instagram profile, and click the website link, and that leads to our website, this means that they're interested in that product or that niche. So that's a first step, that you can retarget them with ads. And very importantly, if they place a purchase, I, for example, have the website is selling separately, Shopify, and you can integrate with Stripe or to checkout or whatever. You can keep them out of Amazon, because that's how you have access to all their data and have access to their email. You can get direct contact to them, right? Amazon has lately cut up everything related to our customers. We're not allowed to see anymore their addresses, anything related to that. So try to keep your customers close. You can re-engage them through emails. You can do a lot of things after that, but each one will build its strategy based on how they want to do it, of course. And don't neglect also the PPC part of Amazon. That's also a good source for traffic and sales. Yes.
Okay, so here's the question.
How much tentatively should we spend on Insta promotion and micro influencers with PL lists doing sales of around 20K? I wouldn't say that you would spend with Insta promotion. I was not talking about the actual promotions on Instagram. This relates to the sole factor of contacting people on Instagram, contacting micro influencers, and making a connection with them, offering them with a free product. So yes, that will be the cost for you, a free product. And this is another thing. You can either send them a product by doing a manual fulfillment from Amazon, or you can ask them to purchase using your instructions. And here you can offer them with a search, find, buy instruction, or offer them with a smart or super URL, two-step URL. And this way they will purchase and you reimburse them, or you reimburse them in advance. But first you might be able to reimburse, you might need to reimburse them in advance, because it's about credibility and working with people. So you can take the risk, and that's it. Do not worry, the people will not rip you off, but you send them the money up front and ask them to purchase following your instructions. So upon doing this, let's say your product will cost $20 per item. Let's say that's a product cost on Amazon. When they place the purchase, like between 60 and 70% of that amount will return to your Seller Central account. So you're only losing the Amazon fees, because with each purchase, Amazon will take its fees. So this fee you're orchestrating, and people will be placing the actual purchase and will help you to rank on a specific keyword. And this is why we like to mix the strategies. you can ask the people, the micro influencers, to also help you with a little bit of ranking by searching for your keyword on your, uh, let's say, targeted keyword, and also, yeah, give you a little bit of juice there. But once again, in terms of promoting, we don't do this using, let's say, ads or other type of promotions. It's a manual work that you go ahead and search for people, get in contact with them, talk to them, offer them with a free product, and in return they will promote you and feature you in front of their followers. I hope I've answered that question. If unclear, please ask another question, or yeah, maybe I can explain better. Yeah.
Okay. So here's a question from my side that what do you recommend in the form of user-generated content from the influencers? Either the photos will help or the video is a more better option.
I believe both of them are good options, and I believe that you can ask them and talk to people. Depends on the product that you have. You can talk to the micro influencers and tell them to make, I don't know, one photo and one video about the product, or it depends on the person. Sometimes the persons themselves will come up with some extra photos, some extra videos which are very, very good, because, for example, you can reuse them on your YouTube channel. You can put them on your listing. You can use them with PPC ads. You can use that social proof and reuse them, of course, with the user permission. When you message the micro influencer, you tell them, okay, is it okay if we use these materials to promote our brand, and yeah, such. Because in some cases, be very, very careful with niches like kids. It's a bit tricky there, because the face doesn't need to be visible from the kid. Amazon will not allow you to post videos with kids faces, especially if they're not with, let's say, adults around or stuff like that. So there might be some restrictions in some areas, but you can reuse all the content, and you can ask the people to build as much content as you need. Of course, it's a communication feature. You cannot say that you'll get 10 videos from every micro influencer. Probably not, but you can talk to them. It's human to human communications, right? And later on, you can reuse all this content everywhere you want, and it's priceless. Like I said, we're using this to launch new products on our brands, and it's very, very effective. It's working great, because we already have the social proof on the social media, and people, like I said, people are coming to us. They are asking us to become our brand ambassadors, and they know who we are. They've heard about what we're offering. Later on, you can ask one micro influencer to hold a contest that you're sponsoring. And for example, let's say you're giving away 5 free items to 5 random people that will enroll in the contest. And everything will be in the micro influencer's, let's say, account. And the rules of the contest are quite simple: to follow our brand, as we're sponsoring the content and the contest, and also to tag a friend that might need that product. And this will expand even more your reach. So there are tricks and a lot of things that you can later do just to spread your reach, just to reach out to more people, to find more micro influencers, more influencers, let's call them like that, maybe, that can promote and talk about your product.
Okay, great. So there are some influencers who just post your product uh, for only 24 hours. So should we approach those influencers as well, or should we approach those who just post and it is going to be straight there on their profile?
Mhm. Those that post only for 24 hours usually feature it in their story, right? Because the story will stay up for 24 hours. We are not looking specifically for that. We are looking for micro influencers, for people that have a passion around your niche, that will feature your product in front of their audience as a post. They can also feature it as a story, no problem. But we tend to ask them to post. That's most effectively, because it will remain there for forever, right? So, and they are happy to do it. Like I said, we are building connections here. We are building collaborations. We are building human-to-human relationship. And people are very, very happy to test your product, especially if they received it for free, and to just, you know, post on their Instagram and feature it and say, okay, look at this product. I just received it. It's good. It's awesome. It's whatever they think it is. And yeah, just have the post there forever on their and also, you know, one other thing, you can tell them to tag your brand. You can tell them to use maybe 2 or 3 specific hashtags that you are trying to dominate. So it's about the strategy that is behind it, and in the end is about hashtags, because that's the way people tend to find and discover more products, through hashtags. And yeah, it's
Okay.
very, very
Okay, great.
effective. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I guess that's it. And thank you so much, Marcel, for joining us today. Thank you again. And in our
My pleasure.
Pakistani way, बहुत shukriya. It means thank you very much.
Very welcome. Thank you for having me. And yeah, good luck, everyone.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
You too. Bye.
Bye. ओके गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच कि आपने आज ज्वाइन किया, और जो है आप सबको भी रमज़ान मुबारक। और इंशाल्लाह जब अब हम रमज़ान में अपनी टाइमिंग जो है वो थोड़ी चेंज करेंगे और लेट नाइट किया करेंगे, ताकि जो है वो हम ऑफ कोर्स नमाज और तरावियाँ जो है वो अच्छे तरीके से अदा कर सकें। तो नेक्स्ट मिलते हैं बहुत जल्दी, और आप सब अपना ख्याल रखिएगा। अल्लाह हाफिज़।